Congratulations, what a night it's been through. Your smile says it all. I think you were smiling so much up there at times. How would you assess it?
No, not at times. I mean, Karel was a very, very good opponent. Last time me and him played, I think I averaged high 90s. He averaged high 90s and he beat me quite convincingly because his finishes are so good. Again, like the game I had with Gurney first night, I feel like I got away with one a little bit with that 51 in the last leg. But I wish I'd listened to my manager and my wife in the crowd at the time. That both, when I looked, they said tops, 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 and I went for a big night in and hit a 57, which was very, very clever of me. But after that, it went. I didn't think I was going to get another shot. I thought that was going to be deciding leg like I was against Gurney, and I was going to have to build myself up. But that was the most emotion I've shown on stage, I think, ever. It wasn't so much like that picture up there, but excitement, happiness is what I normally show up there. But that was more grit, determination. I was large in it, which I don't normally do. It's not normally a bit of me, that, but just winning that game meant a lot to me, and I knew every leg, every double, that really, really counted for me for the rest of this season. I mean, I missed out on the Players' Championship final, so this is massive for me, this tournament, because I'm not in the other major. So it's hard work for me. It's really, really hard work, and I'm glad to get through the group. Really, really glad. When
you hit the 57, what goes through your mind at that point, knowing what's on the line, as you just said there?
Oh, no. Just an oh, no. I threw quite hard, quite aggressively a lot of the game. Quite a lot of my darts went high because I threw quite hard and quite aggressively. And I think that was another story with the 57 when I hit that on the 51. I should have taken it a little bit easier, but I didn't. I tried to power it in there and it didn't work. But luckily I got a chance to rectify it. But in other games you're not so lucky, so I won't make that mistake twice.
Getting out of the group, has this almost rescued your season? Because I remember speaking to you that it could have been disappointing. Obviously, Minehead it wasn't there. The Worlds was looking dodgy at one point. Now you're safely at Ali Pali. You're out the group stage. You've almost covered the money that you've lost.
Very nearly, but obviously a lot of the people in my position in the on the Pro Tour, their goal every year is to make Ali Pali and make the Players' Championship finals. So I failed in one of them. I'm glad I played well to get through the qualifier, but I should have been in the Players' Championship finals, and obviously I've been in the Worlds. But that's one of those where that's my mistake. I've missed a few decent chances towards the back end of the year that I should have had. And I think that was where I had so many hard games at the start of the year. I was expecting every game to be hard. But when you take a step back and have a proper look at it, it's great getting through this. It's done my, like you said, it's done my season the world of favours. So I'm not going to be losing my tour card for a little while yet. Not a Challenge Tour player again just yet.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Connor. You mentioned there about the emotion you showed up there and how you used your grit and determination to get through that. How important is it for you that you can prove in a situation like that where it goes so horribly wrong, you can compose yourself and recover and win?
It's very, very important. I mean, I'm a big believer in if you're a bit nervous, if you show aggression, it's very, very hard to be aggressive and nervous at the same time. So if I'm nervous, a lot of the time I'll show aggression to try and counteract those nerves. So it's very, very hard when you're full of adrenaline. You're going to be one or two things. You're either going to be ready for the fight or you're going to run away. It's fight or flight mode. But if you're up for the fight and you're a bit aggressive and stuff, 9 times out of 10 the nerves aren't going to affect you as much. But I think that 57 for me when I had 51 left was too much adrenaline taken the wrong way. I should have used my brain a little bit more, like I do for an awful lot of other checkouts. Like to leave myself something decent, I normally am a very good counter. But I should have counted a little bit better there. But I'm very, very happy to hit the 11 then tops to get through that. That's for sure.
So what's brought about that mindset then? Where's that come from? Because you said a lot of this year you feel like you've been quite unlucky. Has that changed your mindset? Is that going to help you going forward and you can get through that and not have to rely on any bad luck?
I've called it a lot this year Scutt luck. I haven't had the best of luck all year. I mean, we've seen a few games. I had 9 180s playing Josh Rock this year, and I still lost 6-4. I think I averaged over 100. I played Denny Older-Coulter, averaged over 100. He averaged 106. It's the best game he's played all year. I've had a lot of those games this year, and I've had a lot of difficult draws. But hopefully next year it will all go my way with a bit of luck. I need to get seeded so the draws are easier, basically.
You also had a nice little moment at the end there with Karel. What exactly did he say to you?
Karel was a very, very nice guy on tour. It was more, I said, sorry for coming across aggressive in the game. So I see at one point, I think I was snatching my darts out of the board and he stopped and gave himself an extra minute. So I had an extra thought and okay, I don't want to put Karel off. That's the last thing I'll do because he's such a nice person. So after the game, I said, "You're a really, really nice guy," and he had all the nice words in the world to say to me at the end there, which was, it's good for me, and he's a lovely, lovely guy. He's a very, very nice fella.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Connor, on reaching the last 16. When you get drawn in a group with the world champion Luke Littler, does it almost feel like you're playing for one spot?
No, not at all. Because it's a shorter format than a lot of the other things we play this year. I mean, it's only one extra leg compared to best of 11 for the winner. But it's one of those. I mean, Luke's lost games this year to Dylan Slevin and things like that. Like, over that sort of short format, it's a very difficult game to win. Whether you're capable of doing what Luke can do, or you're capable of doing what the number 110 in the world can do. It's the depth and breadth of the Pro Tour now is better than it ever has been. There's a lot more players in that Pro Tour that are capable of averaging 100. So if you're not on your game, you could lose, like the sort of luck I've had this year. But it's more than possible that Luke can lose those short format games. Like me and him are fairly similar in a sense where we both enjoy a longer format, so we can get our teeth into the game and sort of let our quality come out. And there's less nerves. Over that long format game, you can relax a little bit more, get used to the throw on stage and things like that. Like, it's a lot easier over a longer format than what it is a shorter format.
You mentioned that long format there. Despite not having the greatest year in terms of results, do you fancy your chances getting through a best of 19?
Yeah, I mean, the first ever best of 19 I played was against Darryl Gurney at the Players' Championship Finals last year. And I won 10-3 against someone that has won that tournament before and has won another major tournament before. So over that sort of format, I think I'm more than capable. I mean, I played Dirk, lost 10-9, but it was a very good game, very close game. So if I show what I can do, I think I'll be more than fine.
You said that's the most emotion that you've ever shown on stage. Is that something that we can expect a little bit more going forward?
I hope not. It was more of a nerves thing. I think last year's game played on my mind in the practice room a little bit when I played Ross Smith, but that was a last game on, which obviously I get here fairly early, so I get here about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, ready to play a game for 9, half 9. So I'm here practicing, preparing myself ready for the game. But that 5-0 against Ross, I think it stuck with me a little bit, so I do things differently now. So rather than standing up there the whole 5-6 hours, I sit down, I take a break, I chat with my wife, I chat with my manager, and I practice with Gary Anderson, funny enough, which helped me a lot today, I think.
How was he throwing in practice?
Gary was throwing extremely well, as he always does. I mean, I think we play 1-2-1, go out in 9 darts, we start on 0 live, so if you miss, you go back to 1-2-1. We finished everything on +4 lives, so which is very, very nice.
Cheers, Connor. Well done tonight. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Connor, you were fantastic on the floor last year. Do you just put it down to bad luck that you weren't able to replicate that?
Yeah. I mean, I hate to put it down to bad luck. It seems like a cop-out from myself, but it's really not. I mean, I think my average this year is probably decimal points away from what it was last year. When I got my tour card a few years ago for the first time, I lost it after 2 years, but ever since then my average has been slowly but surely creeping up, especially on TV it's been creeping up as well. But compared to when I first started, my average is a lot higher now. It's not like I'm in a bad bit of form, it's more so results haven't gone my way for a lot of it, and then a little bit of a confidence issue halfway through the season, but I rectified that on the rest of the season, but just hasn't gone my way, but I'm looking forward to next year.
How did that affect you mentally, not making the players, especially after reaching the quarterfinals last year?
Not so much after I qualified for this. It would have affected me a lot more. Like, I knew those last 2 Pro Tours and that Grand Slam qualifier was going to be massive for the rest of my season. I feel like I was quite fortunate to get past Bradley Brooks. He averaged over 100, I only averaged 97. It was a good quality game to get into the World Championships in the very last spot, which was great. But then I sort of carried that on the next day, and I felt really good going into the Grand Slam qualifier. So I've tried to hold on to what I'd done that day. I've tried to sort of nail down what I did that day to continue on for the rest of the season. Like for darts, like when you miss by millimetres, you miss by miles. It's a very strange game. So being able to not hit a 60 and score a ton, there's a difference between winning and losing sometimes. So trying to hold on to a feeling that you had on a certain day can make miles when it comes to rankings. It really can.
And what is your ceiling? Do you think you can break into the top 32?
I think I'm more than capable of doing that. I mean, if you look to last year, I mean, over a best of 7 game, which is only 2 legs more than a best of 11 you play on the Pro Tour, I averaged over 120, and I missed 4 darts at double and didn't hit a single 180 in a game. So to have that 120 average in a competitive match that's live streamed and on another broadcast